business groups are warning that Anthony Albanese's proposed overhaul of environmental approvals could increase green tape and uncertainty for projects, despite the government insisting it'll streamline processes and retain ministerial discretion. To explain more, Environment Editor at The Australian, Graham Lloyd. I mean, this is critical, Graham, because all the talk we have about rare earths and critical minerals and, of course, gas are all predicated on getting the stuff out of the ground. So what do we know here?
That's right. Good evening, Peter. Well, it's a high-stakes moment in the reforms of the EPBC, and business is rightly concerned. And what they're concerned about is the powers of the federal government in making decisions over development on environmental grounds are going to be expanded to the point where it opens the gate for a whole load of legal challenge whenever a decision is made. The environment groups on the other side are hoping for exactly the opposite. They want to extend the bounds of the decision making to include elements of what are you doing about climate change and these sort of things, reducing emissions. Now, the language in the drafts that people are seeing does mention these issues without saying a specific climate trigger. But as things stand, there is not enough clarity in the detail to know how it will operate and where the buck is going to stop. And it's going to be a very tightly fought process all the way through.
Just in relation to the deal that the PM struck with Donald Trump on Tuesday, this is the critical minerals deal. There's a lot of conjecture this morning that already that there are certainly opportunities or requests from business for there to be significant taxpayer subsidies built into this deal. What can you tell us there?
Well, certainly the whole deal is predicated on the government giving its money to the private sector to make it profitable to mine these things, because if it was profitable to do so up to this point, business would be doing it. We have a rigged market with the Chinese subsidising production and sale of these products to keep other producers out. So the only way we're going to get a competitive force against that is to subsidise or agree to pay more for the products that are produced. I think the whole deal is very interesting. It's obviously interesting at a security level, but if you read the detail of the agreement that was inked, it says explicitly it's got no legal force or standing, and either party can withdraw in 2 weeks' written notice. So big show, but the detail and the money has yet to follow.
Yeah, that looks to me like a nice big shiny bauble uncovered for a meeting at the White House. We're all distracted by that. We all think it's fantastic, and then we get into the detail a couple of days later and it is not as it seems. Let's go to those comments from Chris Bowen. I said he's blown a gasket today over Queensland's plan to extend the life of its coal-fired power stations. I mean, rightly so. They want to keep energy as cheap as possible and as reliable as possible in that state. He's not happy though, is he?
No, he's not. And really, you've got the two extremes on display here. We've got the state government that is focused on keeping the power on and controlling the system and having a firm supply, and they own the generators. So they have an interest all the way through. And then you have a federal minister who's saying, look, we've basically just got to throw the gates open to renewable energy and bring them in and give them certainty. But what we know is that there's never enough certainty, that the debate to this point has been about business certainty with setting targets, and we found that the only certainty that matters is when the government writes the cheque.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Graham Lloyd, thank you.